Let's do it. This killing hurts, but must be done. Just stop pretending. When the tide suits you, deep beneath the sky. Seek out the reason. Don't you wish you were? Living hurts, but must be done. Serves to remind me I still love my world. And the crying suits me deep down inside. Feel to remind me I am still alive. nation will fight. Our nation will fight. This time, you choose this life to live. I know it's not as simple as this. And maybe there's one thing I miss. Haven't made a fight. Haven't made a fight. Haven't made a fight. Choose this life to live. I know it's not as simple as this. And maybe there's one thing I missed. You choose this life to live. I know it's not as simple as this. And maybe there's one thing I missed. Haven't made up my
We'll revisit that one later.
Oh yeah, you got to bring a whole thing of apple cider. So I can tell you random. I'll tell you random facts about the world.
Right.
So it looks like we're getting on. Yeah.
Did you know that there's penguins in Africa?
That's right. Do you know that Arctic and Antarctic literally means bear and no bear?
Yeah, but you can't say it in the microphone. You gotta say
Oh.
you gotta like walk over.
Arctic and Antarctic means bear and no bear. Okay, yeah, okay.
Adjust it in your monitor.
Oh, that's
That's
okay.
not
Right,
there.
That's great. Now we're good. I was off for a second, but now.
Maybe hold up some numbers. You know, give me like a 4 and a 5 or something. Yeah.
Okay. The circle. Slower.
It's a basket game. It's a football. But anyway. It's a step out. Run is a man. It's on a train man. Who would have guessed? Whatever it is, running out of my space, running out of your face, running out of my circle down, follow, the circle down, follow, circle down, follow, the circle down to the right.
That one started out a little fast.
Yeah.
Well, and I felt like Arn was pushing me still to even like the rest of it too.
Oh, is that?
I felt like you were trying to push me a little fast.
Sorry.
I kept
Yeah, that one definitely.
Slow down, yeah.
It's problematic because it's like this life is like super fast.
Yeah.
Well, and I think honestly, I relate it to that fucking song, which is a little faster. I relate it to that Mad Season song.
Yeah,
I'm trying to play it at that tempo instead of the tempo
Yeah.
that you guys wanted.
I think we got to the right tempo. I think we got to the right tempo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circle. I mean,
We're you bleed. You give me stuff. I see your growth. Your don't care about the lies that lead to me. Take this land from my God is what I say. Is it me from the Lord? That's not what I know. Sacrifice the man to learn the view. Tearing down what you made in the second day. You gave it all, now we're taking it all away.
Sorry, I must have got off a little bit on that one part.
I fucked up in the one spot I'll show you.
Yeah, it's cool. I think a mic's picking up a lot of cymbals.
Huh?
Really?
At least when I'm standing there, I heard a lot of, I think.
No, it was me. I'm actually changing it.
Oh, that was yours doing that?
Yeah.
Effect every once in a while, sound like a team ring.
I was gonna say, actually, mine should be picking up less cymbals than it normally does because I changed it a little bit here, but.
Yeah, there's something.
Yeah, it's me. I messed around with some stuff, and it should action clean.
Shouldn't have done that. You just.
I put
You dressed it, boy.
a little bit of a drive circuit
Yeah.
on my octave doubler, and it was too bright. So it was very. I don't like it.
Yeah, I think it's still kind of
I need to
tinny
Yeah,
bright.
I'm back in a
do
minute.
something about my garbage or something, I think. Do you have your Crocs in sport mode?
I do.
Oh, that's the problem.
That's the problem?
No, that's not the problem.
Oh,
man.
okay.
It's a little too volumey, is what it is too.
It's high too. Yeah.
Yeah, the guitar side is a little heavy, and the bass side is a little light. There you go. There's a little more balance. There you go. A little more balance to it.
Don't fuck with it
Once you get it
right.
Right. Hit save and just fucking leave it that way, babe. I feel like Laz over here. I gotta have a fucking towel and shit.
All right, should we should keep Tear Me Down in there just to.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep playing it, but I mean, I guess we could put it to last now, but then it's a fucking guitar change. It's an extra guitar change we don't need to do. So let's just keep it where.
No, it's in E.
It's all three of those are the same tuning.
Yeah, so we can Hard Times Gone today and then Tear Me Down.
Yeah, let's put Tear Me Down last from
Yeah.
now on.
Because if you play it, it'll be awesome anyway.
Right, exactly. If we have time, we'll play it. If not, then we'll leave it out.
Yeah.
So it's time to bring the thunder then, huh?
Bring the thunder.
The arm cramp.
Here we go.
Crazy problem in my brain. The world is going underway. It's not my fault, I'm just not born this morning. We all need someone to put the blame on. Dread red, sunbed,
to not ring at the end.
Can you?
I need it. Well, that's the thing. Is I'm ending on this one muting.
Yeah.
But this one's. That's why I started finishing out over here.
Oh.
So instead of leaving it on the right, but it's still ringing even after.
Yeah, it's sympathetic. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how to get that to be completely quiet at the end.
Yeah.
I gotta figure.
Because that's a hard stop. Yeah.
Yeah, I want that to hard stop, and if it's sitting at the end, it's like, don't do that.
Is that a better mix of guitar and bass that time for
I
me?
think so.
Yeah, it felt like it was. I won't mess with it anymore.
Yeah, good. Don't do that.
Yeah, just don't fuck it. Don't tune the drums anymore, Randy. They're fine.
All right, we got one more song, but Randy has to tune his drum first.
We should let him know we're playing. He might come.
He actually told me whenever we play a show to let him know. But then he's just gonna fucking try to tell me how I'm playing the drums.
I'm sure he's gonna tell you you're all wrong.
Yeah.
Like, well, it's your kit, Randy. Get back there.
Well, actually, only that is.
Yeah, that's true. All right, gone today.
See if we can remember how this one starts.
Yeah, I fucked it up
We
too.
got that E right.
Yeah, I ended up getting
Oh.
the A,
Hey,
unfortunately.
it's the
Yeah.
best one.
I just ended up sticking the A in there accidentally.
Yeah, whenever that happens, I can't think of. Did
I know.
miss it? I always think.
No, it
Hey,
was.
don't get it up like that, dude. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. Sorry. Sorry, I messed up. Sorry. All right. I'm sorry.
No, I
That's just I normally mess up, so I think it's
Yeah.
I hit the wrong fucking piece, so I was just as guilty as fucking.
We made it through all the songs.
Yeah, it's fine. Those are going to be straight up no problem if we play it like that.
A couple more
Alrighty.
practice, will be better.
Yeah.
So we'll tear it down and then
Take a breather, and then do it again.
This is my story. As a lion 6 feet under, I remember how you made me feel as you were my way. My mind was lost in the city. Your voice is running through me. It's too late for me now. The darkness was over me. You tear me down. Every day I feel pain now. You tear me down. And I can't help but cry now. You tear me down. Whoa, whoa. Now my heart is full of shame. You tear me down. It's a you that keeps you crying. Just the same, you tear me down. Every day I feel the rain down. You tear me down, and I can't help but cry. You tear me down. Now my heart is full of shame because you tear me down. It's a girl that needs to cry. Oh yeah, you cry. What do you know when I was at you? Remember why you never know. You saw the man that got it from wrong. Why you lying in the ground? You tear me down.
outros.
Better. I'm gonna turn my guitar down just a little bit, I think.
Yeah.
I think that might be good. I was having trouble. I think you're out of key in your vocals, like the last third of the song or something. I was like trying to match you. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Not a huge deal, but.
I think the guitar was too strong.
Yeah, it might have, yeah, maybe you couldn't hear where you were
Yeah, I
at.
couldn't hear it.
or what, but-
Well, the recording will tell us how badly I was out of key, which is normal.
We'll just get you a pitch corrector that you just use on stage.
That's.
all the
I
time.
mean, listen, I'm not above it. We use all the other digital technology.
All the other little things that Ted used, the little reverb, little
Yeah.
delay.
Did he use a pitch corrector?
He didn't use a pitch corrector.
He had a reverb compression thing. Dog, what you doing?
Being in the way.
Can you hit stop on that, Aaron?